Right, this little antenna is effectively two elements. The element marked 3 is in fact the matching element and has little or no effect on the forward gain. However, it brings in 50 ohms, as you'll see in a second. So if I was to put the SWR, click, and it's asking me, do I want to see that here? I'll recalculate. Right, I'm calculating from 50 to 54.4 at every 10 kilocycles. Run. There we go. Right, as you can see, the SWR is from 50 megs right across the bottom up to 50.4, which is really a good portion of the SSB band, and the antenna would be very usable at at the FM section. And there's the SWR at there we are, look, 50.03, bringing in a SWR of just over 1 to 1 at 50 ohms up there. Yeah, fine. Now then, the other thing that's quite incredible, so I said the element mark number 3 here has little or no effect on the forward gain, which is true. If we go and have a look now at the far field plot, we will see a nice big 3D picture there, which I can tilt for you if I'm clever, or something like that. As you can see, it's a reasonable radiation, got a good front to back for just two elements in effect. Now then, if we look at the 2D section, we can see the forward gain is well over 11 dBi, which you can see just about here on the numbers, and we can also see a front to back there of about 6.5 dB, front and side lobes and so on. Yeah, beam width is 30. Now the important thing here is the cursor elevation there. If we look, it's showing 25-degree radiation. That means your signal leaving the antenna will go off at 25 degrees from the ground. Okay, if you're bouncing off of sporadic E or something like that. However, if I go back to the settings, back to the wire lengths and sector and things like that, and we look at those, we will see, I'm just closing down a few things here, we will see that the antenna is only 3 meters above ground level here, and what you're seeing, that's the Z there, yeah, what you're seeing is that you've got 10 millimeter elements, yeah, and you're getting a radiation angle of 25 degrees from the ground, which can be seen there. Now, if I was to elevate this antenna up to 10 meters, for example, that will drop considerably, so you will have much lower radiation. So let's just do that and see if we can change the height. We'll move the elevation of all elements from 3 to 10, so that's plus 7, isn't it? So if I put a 7 in there and hit go, now the antenna is 10 meters above ground level all round, and if we reanalyze, we will see that the SWR has not changed very much at all. I'll just give it a second to do that, working hard for us. There it is. So we've still got an SWR almost on the bottom there, so that doesn't vary very much at all. And you can see there at 50.11 megs, we've got just under or just over 1 to 1. So if we now look at the plot, this is a significant change. The plot is now totally different to look at. And if we look at the 2D version of that, you can see now that the radiation is broken up into lobes there, but you've got the strongest lobe is now only 10 degrees above ground level, or from ground level there, which means your angle of radiation is going to be a lot lower. But of course you have some peaks up here which are going to be radiating up at various angles. So conclusion from this is that we have a high front gain, which we can vary the angle of radiation from the ground by height above ground, but we've only got two elements, and effectively, because as I say, the middle element there, if I can just get rid of some of this stuff, and you can see it again, bring it down into the view at the bottom, where it's gone. It's gone off the top of the screen somewhere, it comes here. So in effect it's a two-element antenna, less than a meter between the antenna elements, so it's only a 1 meter boom, or less than 1 meter. Yeah, and as I say, the element 3, which is the driven element, yeah, is actually only there simply to get the match. So we're quite a small compact antenna with quite a high gain, and surprising high gain. So that concludes it. Any queries? Contact John at G8HUY, Golf 8 Hotel Uniform Yankee. Thank you for listening.